Welcome back, boys and girls, and welcome to a new episode of DarLeeLlama Plays Stoneshard. We are in the middle of our Dirwin Permadeath run using bows and daggers. Last episode we finished conquering the vampire dungeon of Manshire. Now we have the Undead dungeon and the human dungeon. Of the two, human should be easier considering we would have less damage reduction against them. But then again, the castle tends to have harder enemies overall. So it's kind of hard to say where we want to go at this point. All we know is that we really want to just raise our reputation. And if we're going to do that, we cannot be afraid of getting in there and fighting our heart's content. We got to get that XP. For now, let's take a look at what kind of equipment they have available. Here's the thing. The more I'm playing, the more I'm realizing daggers benefit the most when you can go into agility. Because all of their abilities are going to have a dependency on agility. If it's an attack ability. Some of them are modified by perception. We have only gone perception so far. See, you have the ability to go into perception for one of the routes of daggers, and that helps. Coup de grace is especially good. It's reminiscent of the finisher of the axe tree. But they need to be missing a large percent of health in order for that to be any good. But the thing is that bows alone are going to give us the ability to wear them down. So I'm thinking is one more skill point into dagger for coup de grace, which is based off perception. We will not go into deadly trick if possible. I don't know if I actually need that in order to get this. But if possible, I would like to pick this up. If not, we may just stick with Gaping Wound. I'm thinking the rest is going to go straight into ranged weapons. And the reason being is that these are capable of doing big damage. And this is a much safer attack method for us, even in dungeons. Considering this is permadeath and we basically fear for our life all the time, that is the way to go. Now, the reason I bring this up... If we don't go into agility, in other words, if we go all perception, we're getting plenty of accuracy, we're getting plenty of crit chance and damage bonuses and stuff like that. What we're not picking up is dodge as a defensive skill. And when I originally started this, I said we were going to go agility so that we could go into a dodge build. If you are not going into a dodge build for damage mitigation, there is no reason not to go heavy armor for your main defense. I don't mind going heavier armor simply because it's safer when you're going toe-to-toe with someone. We've been relying on this very high protection shield, which by this patch by now will have been patched out of the game. You will not be able to easily get this 5 protection shield at the beginning of the game. So it's worked wonders for us. And I'm thinking heavier armor on a bow user is just a safety measure. It's not like sticking back and being dodge or doing dodge would work well for us. We can't do dodge. We're not going into any agility, and in order to make dodge work, you really need agility. You know, you can get a bunch of bonuses in dodge from skills and such, but if you really want to make it work, you need to enchant up your gear with dodge, and you need to have a ton of agility. I don't think that's going to work for us. I think we're going to go pure perception, and we're going to go heavier armor as a safety measure, which I'm fine with, because whenever they get up close, we can just start shanking them with the dagger. We're not going dual dagger anyway, we're going shield dagger. And then they'll have a hard time hurting us because we'll be at tanked out, so to speak. So that is the plan. We're just going to go heavier and heavier and heavier. So that being said, I have 6,000 gold in the bank. We are now at Manshire and we have the ability to buy things. Aside from affording better and better bows, which at the moment we don't have enough respect in Manshire to buy, I think better than a U-bow, it's better to go ahead and cash this in and get some good armor. So the main downside to having heavier armor is that you will have less energy to spend your skills. We are hoping that that will not be a problem, simply because we're just going to arrow them down. Most of our time is going to be spent taking aim. Taking aim costs no energy whatsoever. Shooting them down, and then the occasional piercing shot's not been... Piercing shot's been good and bad, you know, depending on whether or not it hits that bleed. But distracting shot's been a lot more useful just because we're getting away from the enemy and taking more pot shots until we have to fight them up close. I'm hoping that we don't have to use up close fighting as much, and when we do, we end it quickly. Particularly with the Gaping Wound ability, which that plus 100% body part damage will ruin their limbs, and they'll go down quicker. That's the plan. That being said, when we enchant, we still want to have energy, because more energy is always good. And if we get extremely lucky, we'll get eventually a cursed item that will have Curse of Soul Stealer, preferably on our ring, because it'll still function well. And we'll just... That barely affects you at all. That's just a good curse to have. Aside from that, having a bow or dagger with energy drain on it would also be an option. But preferably the curse, although that's highly unlikely. So, right at the moment, what that means for us is we're already rocking the Nightly Girdle. That's the best physical damage, protective gear we can get for the belt. We're currently rocking the best light armor if we were to do dodge as a build. If we were to do dodge as a build, that's what we're currently rocking. But this is going to be our better upgrade. It'll give us 2 more points. It'll start to wreck our dodge, but we no longer care about that stat. Slight negatives to energy and energy restoration. I can see now that they've added a skills energy cost to it as well, but I still don't think that outweighs the benefits. So we're going to go ahead and pick up Sergeant Greaves, and then we'll start looking at better gloves. And then the future helms. Our best upgrade will probably go upgrading the mail. So in fact, maybe we'll just go ahead and get the mail and the greaves. Yes, I think that'll be the best. And that'll do us for a good long time. Concerning armor in the dungeons. So it's going to be a little sad to lose this energy cost reduction. Sorry, having to deal with a cat here. But it is what it is. And honestly, it's not like we couldn't just change back to it if we so desired. We always have the ability to do that. So let's go ahead and pick up Magistrate Mail. We'll trophy that because it's Dirwin's vest. And we'll pick up Sergeant Greaves. Leaves us just a little bit of money. And now I'm going to feel a lot safer when we go into those dungeons. So, plus we look pretty cool. It matches our shield perfectly. We look like a one of the guards from Osbrook. Alright, where are we keeping our trophies? Over here. So, we'll pop that in here. And I don't have to sell this immediately, so I won't. We're still going to rock 2 Vivifying wherever we go, just for safety measures. And I think we'll pop out the Brandy for the Manshire. And we should be good to go. We got plenty of pain management. We got plenty of food in the backpack. We do need to eat here. Let's eat the carp. And the penny bun. Our morale is unusually low, probably because of all the undead. And then we'll take along 1 extra steak. And that also leaves us a little bit extra room for in case we find food. Let's pop our empty purses in here. Looks good. We're good on arrows. So looking at our stats, (22) protection, 23 block power. Block power could be a little bit better. We'll probably have to get some chance if we want to make that really good. Since we're not getting strength, it'll be harder to get good block power that way. But with how much block power comes on an enchant, it's not that big a deal. So, let's see. There's one other thing. Oh yeah, we need to fill up our water skin. That's what I was thinking. And then we're good to go. So, oh, sorry, Elder. I have to go get the Elder's quest. Otherwise, he won't want to pay us. I'll leave the Bandit's Den for last. Let's do Mysterious Glow. I know what I said, but it should be fine. It's K. It's K. So, for this file, we are very close to our 2 standard dungeons, the Old Abbey and Ravenhill. It's a slightly longer walk to Fort Wolfang, but this makes it so much more pleasant to actually do dungeons. So, that's a nice benefit. And in fact, if you hate those long walks, you can always just restart the game until you get one that looks good to you. I don't think I'll do any hunting on the way, even though I'm tempted to. Simply because I don't want to glut up my backpack or anything like that, and fool myself into thinking that I need to keep the meat. The Undead dungeon tends to have a lot of really good valuables, and that's what we're looking for. We're going to be busting down everything we can, try to get that money, and save up some money because we have bankrupted ourselves. So, alright. I hate that. So, we'll ignore the small treasure, because we really don't need it. I don't know a way, but I really wish there was a way to switch between these, like a hotkey. If I don't know the hotkey for that, I need to look that up later. Because then I could put all my arrow stuff on one bar. And all of my dagger stuff on the other. So let's switch to our bow. Piercing resistance 25, slashing 15, crushing -10. Just goes to show how weak they are compared to blunt weapons versus anything else. I don't want my piercing shot to run into this, but let's try it. Alright, that's good. He can't bleed, so no use trying on that. Let's back up a bit so we'll have some easier shots at him. He blocked it. That's distracting. Move away. Shoot. So, we wounded him. He's got a leg injury. He's at 28% HP. So we did pretty good with arrows leading up to this point. This does have armor pin, so we will go ahead. We gave him a gaping wound. He can't bleed, but the energy cost is definitely worth it. And then we'll hit him with the 1-2, and he's gone. Very nice. We barely took any damage, but let's go ahead and heal up our energy. Junk. Oh, I keep forgetting. Junk. So the best thing that we can find in here is going to be the Royal Sarcophagus. I say every time I go into an Undead dungeon. And then after that, chests. Those are pretty much guaranteed to have good things in them. Most of the time. Not the rabbit pelt, but I'll take the gold. And then of course the Royal Sarcophagus will have magical stuff. Valuable goodies, all the great stuff. Stuff that you want as an adventurer. Nothing? Okay. Let's search for traps. Nothing. Break, 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 junk. More bones. Whenever I find the sarcophagus, I usually feel like I've won the lottery. The royal one. Okay, we got a boy here. He's a regular undead skelly. He's kind of at a corner. Now is a good time to switch to the bow. We'll do a piercing. Aim. Shoot. That sucked. As soon as we saw him raise his shield, we really should have just started taking steps back. We can distract him here. We'll get in our shot. Switch. I'm gonna back up. Back up. I'll take the hit just because I want to get rid of Ray's shield. He's almost dead anyway. Let's give him the 1-2. And he's down. So far so good. Bow and arrows definitely working out well for us on weakening the enemy. Now that we've got a couple levels on our belt. And definitely now that we got the U-bow. Or because we have the U-bow. I hate these skeletons more than any of the others. Let's switch, distract, back up. Armor pierce? Are you kidding me? It glitched out. Something about the doors has been making attacks glitch out. That's what happened with our Jonah permadeath run. It hit the door instead of the boss, and then the boss just basically blasted us a couple times with magic when we ran in a panic. Let's get some more distance away from us. We don't have to fight this guy on his terms. We'll take a step back, rate or aim, move away, gain a little bit of energy while we do so. Alright, let's shoot him here. I think I'm out of arrows. So we'll switch to Dagger. Let's give him the opening wound. Let's see if he got that. Nope. They have to be injured or bleeding first before they get that negative. He took very little from that. He blocked the damage, that's what it was. Normally he would take a bunch of damage from the body part damage and armor pen, but oh well, we kind of missed out on that. Give him the 1-2. 36 damage plus a counterattack. He's at 37. He's not a happy camper. Here at this point we're just going to slug it out because we have our stuff on cooldown and we're out of energy. And this is where we'll be glad we got that heavier armor. Only 8 damage. He would have been hitting us for 20, I think, on the other one. Yep. So definitely worth it. The armor's paying dividends. Alright, let's get back in there. Well, first, actually, we should rest and get our energy back. Switch back to our bow. Got an arrow to reclaim. Bones. Bones. Nice. Gold earrings. That's a good sell item. 150. We'll get about 120 for it. A little bit of gold here and there. Normally I wouldn't bother with it, but it's been a little treasure light, so you gotta do what you gotta do. We're a little hungry. We don't have anything that's small enough to eat at the moment. I want to get up to... Oh, I hate you. I hate you. 0 health. Again, I think from the armor. Nice. Very glad for that. Paying it out big time. What was I saying? I want to get up to 30, 35 hunger before I use one of the steaks. Just to get our food's worth. And we're only losing a little bit of energy and resto by waiting a bit. Of course that can matter in a fight, but it's fine. It's fine in this situation. So we duck back so we don't have to look at him. I think he should, if he was right here, he'd be right here, or he'd move here. So we might see him in a moment. We're going to switch to our bow. So he's right here. Back up a bit. We can see him now. Well. Oh. Pfft. Arrows. Shoot him. We get much bigger crit with the bow. I think for this dude we'll just try and where's my crit? Where's my crit? Crit chance 12.5%. We'll just arrow him down as he comes close. He's taking turns to use his magic as well. He's not damaged, so this isn't as good, but it still does big body part and armor pin, so we'll use it. That did not damage his limbs. Give him 1-2. Trade, and he's dead. I wish that when I got arrows back, it would automatically re-equip them to my main quiver, but it seems to just pick them up and put them in the inventory. It's a little annoying to have to deal with, but it is what it is. I'm not going to complain to the point where I demand it be changed. I just have to remember, arrows go in hand. Let's rest up. We're slightly damaged. Let's see if we can use a salve on anything. We could, but we're healing it a little too close to full, so there's really no need to. Let's see what our hunger's like. It's 35. Stop resting. Eat your steak. And we're good to go. Nice. Pick the lock. Bow. Junk and junk. Pick that open. We got an enemy archer here. Let's move out of line of sight. Lure him closer. think he'll be weaker against us if we do melee. Yeah, I think that's going to be the better idea. I don't like trading archer shots with archers. Let's buff up now that we can see him. Give him all body damage. No, but he did take some damage. Stab. Trade. Should have carried a dagger, bud. Alright, we're doing good. Doing good so far. Junk, junk, junk. Nothing good. More junk. It's starting to rain outside, I think. Darn. We should have regained our energy. I hate this boss because there's two enemies, and I'm not confident in my ability to take them both on at the same time most of the time. But I think right now we're going to be at our best to fight them. That being said, since they're both kind of able to see me, I'm going to lure them over to this corner. And he's stalled down here because this guy is in the way. So when he gets here, let's painful stab. Gaping wound. That injured him. He's got mild hand and he's got the gaping wound, so that was good. He's got parry up. Counter and accuracy down. That's really good for us. Gotta break through this armor though. 1, 2. Start trading. I'm gonna heal. And then he's down. So I went and stepped on his body. I don't want him to try and raise it. I'm going to switch to bow. Piercing. Aim. He fumbled that. I still got hit by it. Hit him with the crit. Next turn he should step on us. Let's free switch to our dagger. Go ahead and use this. See, he stepped on us. Painful stabs. Hit him. We got hit by a curse, I think. Hit him. We got hit with a second wind. He's cursing the hell out of us. What is he at? 13. He's got a hurt head. And he's dead. That went really well for us. I was a little worried. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little worried. Conjurer Staff. Not really worth keeping. The cell. Unidentified Amulet. That's very nice. But Fang Amulet's gonna be better for us. Enchant Scroll's nice. We just bought 2 new pieces of gear. So being able to enchant them up is good for us. Let's take a look at what else we get. This should be cell bait. Nice to learn the skills though. And we'll destroy the source. Dungeon complete. So Dirwin, once again, is proving to be extremely good on permadeath. We definitely have something we can salve here. We'll salve that. We're in pain. That kind of hurt us on, I think, the salve. Let's drink up. Drink that on the for the pain. Alright, we're good to go. Let's switch back to our bow. I don't see anybody. Alright, there's a chest. Exactly what I want. Search for traps. Junk. 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 Tooth. Pick that. Oh, come on. Alright, 2 left, 2 left. Probably sell bait, but we're definitely taking it one way or another. We haven't found much treasure down here, so... Open that up, and there are chests, very nice. Break, break, junk. Okay, much better, much better. Club's piece of crap. We'll take the splint for now. Nice gold ring to go along with the gold we got. It's empty, so we shouldn't be in any kind of danger for the rest of the dungeon. A new ring. Is that spells only? Spells energy costs. Energy and magic power. We can't use any of that stuff. So, it's sell bait. Good stuff to sell. Get a little bit of extra money doing that. But I was saying earlier, it's starting to rain outside. I hope lightning doesn't strike and kill my video. This dungeon, that boss in particular, gives me conniptions sometimes, so glad I don't have to deal with it. Let's get out of here before the ghouls come. Well, since he's there. On the bright side, I won't feel bad for hunting Saiga on the way back. We need to fill up our larder, and since the dungeon gave us a little room to spare, let's put... Come on, kitty. Why do you have to do that? She loves to sit on my mouse pad, and that throws my whole game off. Thanks for nothing. I have one of those larger mouse pads, and they think it's a cat bed or something because both of them like to plop down there. Can I hit him from that far away? I should be able to. Take aim, shoot, take aim, shoot. Yep, you're dead. Very nice. Hello. Oh, crap. There we go. Nice. I think I'm more angry that they run off with my arrows than I am that they actually get away with the meat. We'll toss the splint. We don't actually need anything like that. Put that up there. We got room for 2 more things. Oh, come on. There we go. So, we have a bunch of filthy lucre. Let's take it home. So nice to be so close to town. Oh, I love that. Alright, we'll have to wait till tomorrow before we turn in our reward. For our reward. Let's cook up the meat. Should be a net positive for our food supplies. No spare ID scrolls. Alright, let's go to bed. We'll rest till about 9 or 10. We'll do 10. Get up. Eat a steakum. Some water. Doesn't seem to be anything else to sell. We'll take an extra purse just in case. And let's head on out of here. we'll turn in for this guy first. Nice. Let's listen to the bandit's den. We'll need more time to reconsider, or to consider. Show me your wares. Norse bow, don't need that. They don't have any interesting skills to buy. We need 2 ID scrolls. Fireproof Wanderer Cowl. Man, I hope it sells better at the tailor. Curse Purifying Sapphire Pennant. Psionic damage from Curse of Loudmouth. 5% chance to make noise each turn. Kill enemies to reduce the chance. 3% intoxication. 4% energy resto. So I would love to have the amulet for the energy and energy restoration alone. But again, we're using Fang. We need that for crit and counter. See, that's the thing. Curse of Loudmouth, according to everything I've seen and experienced, it doesn't actually help. Curses are a bit bugged right now. Some do wonders, some don't even work at all. Curse of Loudmouth is one of those things. It won't actually work on your weapons. So there's no use in keeping this. So that's just going to be trophied. We'll go ahead and sell the rest of the stuff to him, though. Tooth, gold ring, bronze, tooth, Saiga, gold earring. And then let's see if the smith guy will buy it for a little bit more. The tailor guy. Tailor substitute here. He's only got 52 gold, but he does buy it for 36, so we'll sell it. Repair. And repair. The other great thing about being ranged is that we have very small repair bills since our close quarters combat doesn't last very long, so I'm perfectly fine with that. We'll ditch that, buy a new set, and repair. No, don't need a repair bow. Okay, shield. Yep, shield. All right. So far, so good. Yeah, I think perception armor is the way to go. Eventually we'll be getting really big damage off of the perception bow shots. Just need to get a little bit of extra energy on our equipment and things of that nature. Alright, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you had as much fun playing along with me as I've had playing along with you. My videos update every night at midnight for the permadeath runs, and every day at 6 a.m., so just 6 hours later for the standard runs. We are currently still on the Jorgrim Greatsword run on that, so be sure to check those out. And I'm looking forward to our next episode. Our next episode, we're going to go up and start moving supplies over to a forward base camp next to Fort Wolfgang, or Fort Wolfgang. And we're going to test the guys outside here and go back and camp in case we want to reset them. And we're going to try and farm up a little bit of XP this way. And that way I'm not going to feel in too much danger by trying to take on the whole thing. We can move back and forth from the camp and the castle at will, so to speak. So we're going to gather our bunch of supplies, move them up here. This will be our home away from home while we gain XP up here. And then when we get enough XP, we can maybe do some other things. That being said, that's going to be for our next episode. This is DarLeeLlama signing off. Take care, stay safe, and have a wonderful day. And I will see you next time. Peace.